Congratulations, students. You have reached the halfway point of the silent disco, and you're on to the next stage, an extension, so to speak. The hope is that you've already learnt how to work out the volume of a rectangular prism or indeed a cube. And of course, doing that, you've times the height by the width times the length. For example, on these two just here, again, just a recap, you've got length of 5, width of 6 and height of 3, or you can do length of 6, width of 5, and they've times them all together, which gives you the volume 90 centimeters cubed. Similarly with this, almost looks like a cube. You've got the length of 6, the width of 5 and the height of 4. 5 times 6 times 4, 120 centimeters cubed. But what we are learning to in the next couple of questions is to work out the volume of compound prisms. Now, compound prisms, similar to compound area, is a combination of a couple of rectangles or a couple of rectangular prisms. So let me zoom in on this example, and then hopefully that will lead you on to the questions. So when it comes to compound prisms, work it out the same as what you do with compound area. At the moment, it looks a bit complex. So in order to make it less complex, just split up the lovely rectangular prisms into 2. So now you can see we've got the blue rectangular prism and the green rectangular prism. And all we need to do is add those 2 volumes together to make the whole volume and create the answer. So we've got 2 different rectangular prisms, and of course, first of all, we'll do the green one. We're going to do the green length first. Length, oh, it says 8 all the way along. Don't make the mistake of thinking that is the length. It is not. You need to be thinking about just this rectangular prism. The length, as you can see at the top, is 3. So let's whack that in. 3, and it would be 3 centimeters, but for the purpose of me being neat, I'm not going to write centimeters, but you definitely should in your working out. The width of this rectangular prism is this whole width backwards, going backwards 10. So times by 10 is 10 centimeters, but it is going to be just times by 10. And we will do times by the height, and the height for this green rectangular prism is 7. So just imagine for a second that we've got 2 different rectangles now, this guy, and the first one has a height of 7. Let's quickly work that one out. We've got 3 multiplied by 10, which is 30, multiplied by 7. 30 multiplied by 7, well, let me do 3 multiplied by 7, which is 21, and add that final 0 on. So it's 210 centimeters squared. Okay, I'm not going to write centimeters squared for the purpose of being, oh, wait, centimeters cubed. We've got 3 different measurements, 3 different centimeters. So we're doing centimeter times by centimeter times by centimeter, which means our answer is centimeters cubed. All right, we're going to add that to the volume of the blue rectangular prism. And this time we're going to do the length. So the length is still not 8 centimeters. We haven't got a length. It could either use this one or this one. They are the same, but we haven't got it. So unfortunately, we're going to have to do a little bit more maths to work out the length. We know that the total length of this rectangular prism or this compound prism is 8 centimeters. We've already ticked off 3 centimeters over here. So this here would be the number that we need to add on to 3 to get to 8. 3 plus this equals the full length. So 3 plus 5 equals 8 centimeters total. So 5 centimeters is your first little bit. We're going to times that. Remember, it's always multiplication. Length times width times height every time. 3 different things. That's why it's centimeters cubed. Let's put that as our answer because that will be our answer for this one. 5 is the width. Sorry, 5 is the length. We've worked it out already. The width there going backwards is 10 centimeters once again, same width as before. The height this time is going all the way up to here. It's given us it here, so it's 4 this time. 5 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 4. Now all of these are centimeters, but I haven't written them in for the purpose of being neat, but you should, just to remind yourselves. 5 multiplied by 10 is 50. And 50 times 4, well, 5 times 4 is 20. So therefore 50 times 4 is going to be 200. So in actual fact, as weird as it sounds, this rectangular prism and this rectangular prism have almost the same volume. And you can kind of see it. If you turn that one on its side, it'd almost be the same. So now to work out the total volume, we're just going to add this one to this one. So 210 plus 200 centimeters cubed is going to be, in red, 410 centimeters cubed. Okay, below there are 4 questions that require a little bit of work and time. I'm hoping that you can work through them, take your time with them, and if you need printouts, Mr. Todd has them on his desk. So if you want to stick those printouts in to work through the problems, you absolutely can, and hopefully input those in the Google form. Remember, a silent disco requirement is for you to finish those questions. So by the end of this, you should have finished them. Good luck.